Hello everyone, this is Randall back to another video, and today we are looking at the FansHobby take on Armada Overload. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below with the video. What else would you like to see in a video? So onto the figure himself, and y'all may want to sit back and relax, because this one might be a little bit longer video, because there's just a lot with this guy. But anyways, so his alt mode is a thing. People are assuming he's some sort of space shuttle carrier because you can plop Jetfire on top. Mine is in pants mode, and I don't feel like testing out his feet. If you don't know, his feet are notorious for breaking because FansHobby decided to use clear plastic on a ball joint type situation. Yay. But anyways, for Overload, I really do like this figure. Not without its issues, but it's a really decent figure. So, take a okay, well, technically this part is Overload, so we'll take a quick look at all the details. So get the nice kind of gunmetal gray for, up here. I'm assuming some sort of like grill system. You can see some silver right there. You can see where Rollout does peg in. He just pegs in via those two slots right there. So, but then going down the figure, you get some nice gold. Get some gold, yellow, some kind of a gray stripe, some more gray, silver, or not silver, that's white. Might help to turn on the light. There we go. Now maybe y'all can see. And then you get some silver and silver, so it looks pretty nice. He does roll, despite having treads, pretty well, honestly. Like, you're not going to get him, like a person with actual wheels doing that, but you're still getting to actually move the treads. But anyways, for Rollout, so one of the bigger of the Minicons, get some nice paint detail. You get the black for the windshields and windows, white for pretty much everywhere except for the gray right here and the gold-ish right there for the headlights, and gray for the bumper. So, oh, and a little bit of gray right there as well, and some right there. So, not too shabby. So, now just go ahead and plug this guy on. Come on. Now, oop. Okay, whatever. Just something like that. But anyways, for a real quick size comparison, I typically do not like to do Hasbro with their party because it's unfair. But today I'm going to break the rule in just a minute. Here we have our typical third-party comparison of a Dr. Wu cassette bot. So, not too bad. And if I just get him turned, come on, we will bring in the OG. So, now you can see what is what and all that fun stuff. Honestly, I do like this one a little bit better just because it actually, looks like a space shuttle carrier. Granted, on this one, you can flip these up if you wanted to on the back. But unless I'm hauling Jetfire, I don't care. So, but not too shabby. Take a quick comparison of the two Minicons. So, focus, thank you. I like on this one, there's actually some molded guns up top, which is funny. But, not too bad of either one. They both serve their purposes. So, not too shabby. So there is that. Set those two off to the side. And you can take a quick look at the systems. Let me zoom out a little bit. Alright. So, there we go. Can kind of see what is going on here. So, spin around just because it's easier for the bottom half to do it. So, not too bad, I guess. Oop. So, set him off to the side and set the OG off to the side. Now, the one issue I have with the Overload figure himself is specifically this side. It is not like to stay tabbed in up here, like underneath, where you can, here, just undo that a little bit. It does not like to stay tabbed in right there, nor back here. And it's annoying to somewhat a frustrating degree. Nothing too much I can do about it. I don't know if I have everything aligned up here right, but I'm pretty sure I do, because this side is the same number of clicks on the ratchet as this side, so I don't know. But anyways, he can actually still hold some Minicons, so you can see those, the Minicon ports right there. So I brought out wreckage, so you can just plug wreckage right on. Come on, plug. Where's the minicon port? There we go. So you can plug wreckage right on there, or any minicon you would like. He also does have some 5mm ports, so you can plug the Hasbro Micromasters on there, or, you know, just plug your OG Rollout out in there. So there is that. So I think that's about it for vehicle mode. So let's get down to transformation. But first, we're going to focus on him for transformation. So I'm going to zoom in. For his transformation, it's pretty simple. You just want to drop down the legs, so at the knees, well, not actually a hip, then just rotate them. There is this piece, and I don't know why they decided to include that. You might want to snip it personally. In my opinion, I'm not going to do that because he mostly spends time in his head mode. But you do want to spin it around before rotating all the way down. Go ahead and split the legs, and the feet do actually slide out a little bit, so just go ahead and push them in. Next, you want to take the arms and untap them and swing them forward. Bring them down. Bring them down, then fold out this section and also lift up the head, so that way you can get this tiny head out. So push that out. Nope, don't close that up yet. There we go. Pull that up, and there you go. There you have a little Rollout in his robot mode. And it's a pretty interesting looking robot, shall I say. But a close up on that head sculpt, so not too bad. It's kind of, the black kind of loses some of the detail in the face, but you get gold for pretty much the entire paint apps on his face. And everything else we have seen in the robot mode before, or the vehicle mode. So not too bad. Now for articulation, the head can do a full 360. He can look up somewhat all the way. Not quite flying pose, but decent enough. The arms can do a full 360 on a kind of a squeaky ball joint. They only move out that far. And thanks to transformation, you do get a reverse butterfly joint. You get 90 degrees of elbow bend. You get a waist rotation. Legs move forward that far. Back that far. Can only go out that far. He does kind of have backwards ab crunch. You get 90 degrees of knee bend. And the feet, you don't get any side-to-side ankle tilt, but you get backwards. So that's nice. So not too shabby. But anyways, for a real quick size comparison, here we have the Dr. Wu Cetagon. So please stay standing. Stand. Nope, you don't want to stand. Okay. And, okay, that just knocked over. Just going to transform him real quick. Ugh. So just get this down. Swing out. Come on. Flip that down. There we go. Real simple transformation on these guys. I do enjoy flipping him back and forth. So, yeah. Now you can see, I guess, where their heads do come from. I do appreciate the fact that they did try. So, that's nice. So, that's it for his robot mode. So, let's get down to his robot mode. So, I'm going to zoom on out because there's a lot to do. So, first things first, you do want to flip these up and then take these side panels, tab them in and swing them around and all that. Untab the legs, untab the legs. Then you want to take this right here, push it in, flip it up. Take this, pull it out as far as it will come. Then just kind of push all this down. Oop. Whilst also, why are you not extending the waist out? That's one key. So there we go. Extend this waist out, so that way you can go ahead and bring this whole section down. Sorry, leave the waist in. Extend that down, so that way you can raise this up. You may want to get these out of the way a little bit. So that will tab in. Then this should extend out a little bit more. Why are you fighting me? What the heck? Oh, there we go. There you go. And just kind of put these back into place, and this should push in. This is not right. This is not sitting right at all. There we go. It got stuck on something up in there. There we go. Now you just want to do that. Kind of push the waist forward. This part I don't like because it gets stuck and then you pinch your fingers. So you also want to bring the legs down. There we go. And then for the hips, just kind of get them to the angle you'd like. I'm going to do something like this. There we go. Make sure they're pushed in. Sometimes they like to pop out. For the feet, I want to go ahead and collapse the legs up. Collapse them up. And there we go. As far as I'll go, do the same thing for this side. There we go. That one did not collapse up all the way. So next, you want to take the heel, bring it out. Oop, not all the way. Bring this up against the calf. You can rotate it if you would like, and then do that. Flip up the foot. Let's see if I can get this collapse some more in. There we go. Do the same thing for this side. Flip this all up. Rotate that around and flip that up. And there is the lower body. So I'm going to raise up the camera for the upper. Okay. So for the arms, you do want to go ahead and split them all the way down. Bring them down about 90 degrees so you can rotate this around. Then push this all the way down. Bring it out to 90. Do that and bring it down. Then push the shoulders back. Come to back here. Take this section and make sure the mic's still on. Okay. Sorry, ever since the that one incident, I'm a little paranoid. I'm going to have to reshoot something. So, but anyways, you wanted to swing this out. There is a rail, so swing that forward. Bend this first, so that way when you collapse it in, it does not stick or get stuck. Do the same thing for this side. There we go. Now, you do also want to pull this up. Let me see if I can get something. Okay. They did not give you much room to pull that up. So I will have to fight with that later. So, but finally for the hands, you also want to push these sections in. Push those in. Push those in. All right. Flip this panel down. Flip around the hand. Get that collapsed up. Rotate so the thumb is obviously pointed forward. And then do the same thing for this side. So do that as well. Rotate, collapse that up. And then finally, you want to transform him back into alt mode for the most part. So I'll be right back with that. All right, so got him back into alt mode. So what you want to do for him is kind of bring down the legs. Basically just get this to get the head up, which is kind of annoying, but then you also want to rotate around, push everything back into its place. And there is that. Now, real quick on the head sculpt. So, very nice looking head sculpt. We've got blue for the face, yellow for the eyes, and some gold for the crest and all that. So, not too shabby. Now, you will be just dropping him in. You do got these cutouts right here, indents for his hinges. So, get that lined up, and there you go. Oh, and one more thing. I had to grab my spudger while I was, a little bit. Come on. Yeah, these annoy me quite a bit. Sometimes it's just easier to maybe push that down and get it in. Nope, okay. Yeah. There we go. Get that up. I will talk about this a little bit later. So, get that up. And just to complete the look, I know it's pretty much cosmetics, but it completes Overload's look. There we go. And there you go. There you have Overload in his robot mode. And it's a very nice looking Overload. So definitely a very awesome look. I love this robot mode. I cannot wait for their Energon Ultra Magnus colors. So yeah. So since we already looked at the head sculpt for articulation, the head is on a ball joint. So it can look up a little bit, down, not so much. Can do a full 360. Arms, full 360 on a nice ratchet. Can go out pretty far. You get bicep rotation, double jointed elbow bend for almost a 180. You get wrist rotation. Each finger can move in and out, so you get the a joint. Let me see. Right here, right there, and right there, so you get the full range. The only issue I have, personally speaking, is they look a little thin. They don't have that beef on them, but that's fine. So there's that, and the thumb is on a ball joint at the base with only a single joint, so you get that all type of movement as well. So get that. He does get a waist rotation, pretty far for his gimmick. So get this out of the way. Legs can move forward that far. Back that far. He can do the full splits. It just looks a little weird because there's nothing right here. You get a thigh rotation. You get 90 degrees of knee bend. If you have it fully collapsed, he does have technically a double joint, but I don't see why personally, but oh well. And you do get some foot articulation, so a little bit of ankle tilt each way, not too far, along with the heel, which gets further, like seriously further, which is odd. But you also get the up and down on both of them as well. So there is that. Now, as far as like gimmick wise goes, you can open these up to reveal some missiles, just like on the original. And on the top, you saw me struggling with these, but you can plug in FansHobby Minicons, the original Minicons, or Hasbro's take on the Micromasters. If you got the original Minicon, you would just push this piece down all the way and plug them on. If you got the Micromasters, you will push them up all the way, like all the way up. So something like that. So there is all that. And then I believe the FansHobby Minicons will just plug on the other way as well. Why are you wanting to not? There we go. All right. So for a real quick size comparison, real quick, the Dr. Wu Kassetacon. So there is that. Why? Thank you. So there is that cute little feller, and the original brick. Yeah, I would love to get the Energon colors of this one as well. I just really love this mold, and I don't know why. I think it's one of those things that like the fandom just loves this mold, even though it's a brick. G1 days, I guess. So you can see pretty much what they were going for. I do like how on this one, on the FansHobby one, they did do the head crest as well, and the lack of a mouth. So, and just like the original one as well, you can, flip those up, or the FansHobby flip those up, blah, 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 words. So, all right, so what else can he do? Well, he can form guns for Prime, or as I like to call it, blast everything in the Persean Mile, blast everything away to oblivion mode thing. So, there are two different ways you can do it. The first way will be with Prime's trailer. The second way will be modified to that to do obviously with Prime. So first things first, you do want to grab Rollout, and he does actually clip in like right on the sides, which I did not know until I was actually messing with him, because I just thought like mine was really stuck, like the hinges. Nope, he just plugs in. So you got to wiggle one side out, wiggle the other out, and there you go. He does explode. So just gonna get him back into alt mode. So get that out. And he does technically also have a weapon mode. And let's just get that real quick. So for him, flip out these two sections right here. So flip these out, flip these out. There we go. Flip out, and then you just gotta get they cannot make this easy, can they? So flip out the head. Flip this back all up, tap it in place, and then flip out the handle, and that's a gun. I don't know. I think the OG did it a little bit better. At least it looked like it did transform a little bit more. So just real quick, he does have the whole rail system. So Overload can, hold himself as or at least his Minicon as a gun. Oh, you gotta love these things. Like, just use the Minicon port, plug it onto the arm. There you go, Megatron style. But anyways, so you want to flip in the hand. So make sure the palm is up. Flip this back. Flip that back. Collapse these smokestacks. Yay. So do the same thing for this side. Palm up. Flip that around. Flip that back up. Smokestack down. Take these. Slide them all the way to the back again. So do the same thing for this side. And, well, I mean, I can also leave them up, but they don't matter. But anyways, for Prime's base mode, you do want to go ahead and, I'm just going to go ahead and lay him down. Alright, so extend the legs out, flip these panels back into basically alt mode, flip the foot down, bring the heel up, rotate this around, and it will just kind of sit there. So do the same thing for this side, so extend out. When I first got this figure, this was like super tight. Thankfully, it has loosened up over the years. So anyways, do that. You also want to, at the, just kind of get these out of the way real quick. At the hips, you do want to bring them out like this. So that way there's room. Next, you want to bring this section up, so that way this whole back section can swing down. Then push this in. Just, you know what, just why not lift these up? I don't know why I flipped them down. For some reason, my brain was like, yeah, almost. So, get these flipped up. Okay. So, just bring the arms back and then bring them up at the bottom joint. So, bring them up. Then do the same thing for this side. I believe you want to leave them as is. Okay. So that is pretty much most of what we're going to do. So I will be right back with Prime's trailer. Alright, got Prime's trailer. So it's not perfect base mode because this did not want to sit flat, whatever. I don't care about this. So, but anyways, so what you're going to do is you're going to take this clip right here and it will just clip onto this middle platform. So get this kind of in there, kind of line this up, oop, line that up, and just kind of get this all oriented. Oh yeah, push on the hips, push those down, and more or less that is his base mode. And he also does, the Overload does come with 2 of these, but since these things are on such a trigger, like, you could just breathe on it and they fire to China. So, yeah. I leave them out. So, because I literally just had him sitting there and just fire. So, I'm gonna put these back here for right now. Alright. So, yeah, this is just meh. They do want you to also flip the things that we flipped in for alt mode out. I don't see that it provides any more sturdiness than this already. So take it as you will. So anyways, for the actual super mode, whoa, as this thing decides to fall apart off camera, stay. Okay. So from here, oh, and I did forget to flip this panel back. Oh, well, yeah, we'll flip this back. So from here, you do want to just convert this back into robot mode. Don't you dare follow me. So flip this back, unpeg this, push this back. Come on. Come on. Come on, Overload. Oop, not yet. Why do you want to fight me, Overload? Oh, now you can see where that other joint is, so yeah. Anyways, come on. You know you want to. There we go. Thank you. So, get this back, get that back, rotate everything. Alright. So from here, you do want to swing the arms all the way up. Swing these all the way up. Bring them back on that slider joints. So bring them back as far as I will go. And yeah, there you go. There is pretty much the cannons for Optimus. You just got a little bit more prep work, but other than that, that's pretty much what you are going for. So I will be right back with Optimus. Alright, so here we have Optimus ready to go. I'm going to have to raise up drastically. Oh, okay, so that's the first level reached. Alright. There we go. So, the little bit of prep work you got to do for Optimus is you got to remove these cannons right here. So those off to the side for right now. Then take these cannons right back here and just kind of angle them back to get them out of the way. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to also flip out, focus, come on, these sections right here. So flip those out, get those flipped out on both sides, and that is what is going to be holding some of the weight. These are also going to be pegging into Prime's arms as well. So what you're lining up is, focus please, these sections where we pulled out those smokestacks, and then these gray sections right there. So get this. This is going to be a little bit of a trick. So I find it best just to kind of push up the waist, so that way you can. Oh, you also want to. Yeah. You also want to pull out the thighs again if you accidentally push them in. Also slide out the outer thighs. So there we go. Okay. So get this all lined up. Get this lined up. Sorry if there's going to be a little bit, probably a moment of silence while I just get everything kind of lined up. As I also bump the camera about 5 times. So push this up. Get this piece in. There we go. So get that pushed in. So swing this around. Do the same thing for this side. So one click. Oh, no. And then one more click. There we go. Just all the way out. Yes, so why are you? What's stopping you? Prime's horn. Okay. Get this lined up. Push that in. And push that in. So now you can also just collapse this all the way up and then push this forward. Collapse it up, push it forward. And oh yeah, you can also lift these up if you would so choose. I don't know why Prime would need targeting systems, but hey, okay. Well, like I said, so choose. But there you go. Oh yeah, you also got to push in Prime's horns because he won't fit his head anymore. Anyway, so there you go. There is Prime ready to go once we plug in Rollout. There we go. So there we go. So yeah, I don't know. To me, this just doesn't look as cool as when it's the OG Overload combined with Optimus. I think it's just because there's so much mass right here, and I kind of wish that they just gave you an option to plug it onto the fist, or right here, have that be over the shoulder like a true OG did. But alas, this is what we got, and this is not how I display them. So, and also any Autobot symbols you see on these figures, that is my doing. Thank you, ShowZ and TF Safari, for sending those my way. So, but also I forgot about these, so you can just plug these in to the holes right there. They don't hold super well. I say that, and it holds just fine. Because of course, there we go, the camera being on and whatnot. But yeah, if I saw this coming onto the battlefield, I would just turn away and run. Because why would I want to fight Optimus as is, like this, and then he comes on the battlefield with 2 giant cannons? You would have to be insane to take on him. Which Cyclonus was, so. But anyways, so yeah, I do really like FansHobby's take on Overload. It's a great figure. The combination does leave something to be desired, in my opinion. Like, originally when they showed us, they didn't have these sliders, so like it was really cramped in there. Like, you can see if I were to slide these in, he loses pretty much all field of vision. Granted, he loses them anyways. So yeah. There we go. And camera bump. So yeah, I mean, that's a nice touch. Like I said, I do wish that they found a way to get the arms up here as well. Oh, and also they do give you like a command center back here for any of the mini-cons that they put out. So yeah, but I think that is about it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and stay tuned for more video reviews.